need a bad girl. Get at me bad.
Are we live? I'm sorry, I'm still dancing.
Baby. Ooh, I need a bad girl. Get at me bad girl. Oh, sexy lady.
No, you're gonna make a sound like a church song.
I felt it.
You're gonna make a sound like a church song.
Come on, yeah.
Now you got Carvey over here to my yeah.
That's right. Back in the day, all the R&B artists was
Don't do it.
Oh yeah.
Jodeci.
Oh yeah.
Jodeci.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Ooh,
Is the Juvenile concert tonight or tomorrow?
Juvie here?
Juvie, yeah.
Here tonight?
I want to be clear when
400 degrees
concert Milwaukee. When is it?
Oh, man.
Tickets start. It's at the Rave.
Oh.
It is 2 nights.
Hold on.
Because I saw some Daisy Dukes and camouflage gear of Lakeisha Myers laid out on her bed for the concert.
We going, Keisha? Call me.
She is going. Her and all of her clique from high school is going to see Juvie and the 400 Degrees Band at the Rave tonight at 8:30. And they all wearing camouflage gear and, inappropriate
I'm coming. I'm coming.
She said it on the air. She said literally on the air, I'm getting my Daisy Dukes ready for Juvie. And she went and bought her some Air Force Ones yesterday. I'm just saying.
Juvie.
She went and bought her some Dookies yesterday. And I started laughing. She was like, yeah, because I, was told to go here. They had none. I said, you should have went to the black stores because, they going to carry them. And she was like, I said, dude, I got brand new Air Force Ones in my closet. Like high tops and lows, straps and all. Ain't even been bust out. Like, because you just got to stay ready. So you don't have to get ready. So you buy extras and put them in the closet. So when you need to be ready, you can do it. So yes.
Listen,
you didn't know they was going to be here?
I'm coming.
Is that the clean version?
That's the clean version.
That's you with that big
Huh?
Where's that? Wait a minute.
You got service subpoena for child support.
Huh?
That was that nerve.
That was a nerve, huh?
You trying to say a word. I know I ain't tripping. Don't your brother got them birds.
Huh?
You better put somebody in.
Where's that?
You not playing.
It's hot in here, man.
Somebody come and punk you, huh?
Huh? You want some air, huh? You hot, huh? You a hot girl, huh?
I am, huh?
You a hot girl, huh?
You got that right, huh?
Huh?
There it is right here, girl.
You come up with them clowns now. You stuck with them clowns now.
You
got your black on fire. Tell the moment you expire, you know what it is.
To the folks who remember
You a
banging
chaser, black on white.
to Juvenile.
Only on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Huh?
Yeah. So
So you want to do a show on the radio, huh?
Milwaukee is gonna be lit. And like, I just want to say, this is why I love black people all over the world. Earlier this year in 2024, because Juvenile had the 25th anniversary of the iconic hit Back That Back that up. And in New Orleans, the mayor, LaToya Cantrell, issued a proclamation recognizing the significant impact of Back That Blank Up, produced by the legendary Manny Fresh and featuring the esteemed Lil Wayne. It was released in 1999.
Yeah.
The second single from Juvie's 1998 four times platinum album, 400 Degrees. So there is literally a Back That Blank Up day in New Orleans.
I need to go on that day. I need to tell me what day that is, and I'm not showing up for work.
That day is officially June 11th. The day it was dropped.
Yeah.
June 11th.
So yeah, to human resources, I'm giving y'all a month's notice. I'm not coming.
Dude, see, that's what happens when you live in a fly city.
Yeah.
You got fly elected officials, because these people are not fly here at all. They're not fly.
No, they have you up in Riverdale.
Yeah. Even the black elected officials here in town have you Riverdale.
Touche.
With your clogs on.
Toes just hurt.
That's the difference between having fly elected officials and having our elected officials.
Yeah, man.
Like, I'm trying to even imagine any of our elected officials dancing. Hold on, wait.
It'd be terrible.
Lena Taylor cannot dance.
Yeah, it'd be more
She
like
can't
a
dance.
Charlie
She danced
Brown.
like Barack Obama. Because B couldn't dance.
Not at all.
He couldn't.
He just
said
had that
not
good-
at all. He kept it right here.
Yeah, he just had that shoulder move.
6 and 12.
Yeah.
Or 9 and 3. He kept it right there.
He didn't move.
Yeah, he only had shoulder game. Who else? Lakeisha could dance in an old lady kind of way, but she could dance.
Oh, she can dance.
Priscilla Cox probably can dance. You so trifling.
She can dance, huh?
Priscilla Cox probably could dance. Marcelia Nicholson looked like she could dance. I don't know how much, but it'll be a move or two. Lisa Martin, she can't dance. She can't dance. Andrea Pratt, the mayor.
No way.
Chevy can't dance.
Man, that
DC probably got the Barack Obama moves. He gonna keep it close and tight,
No, I think he's gonna do more of the water thing.
Who gonna do that, Chevy?
Yeah, Chevy gonna do the water thing.
You messed up.
Hold your nose and go in the water.
DC will look cool with it, but he gonna keep it tight. He ain't gonna do much. He ain't gonna bust no moves. Russell Stamper can't dance. He can't dance.
So
don't even hurt yourself thinking about it.
I mean, for like Russell
can't dance.
He's just
gonna be loud at the party. He can't dance.
Gangsters don't dance. Though. They
do.
Gangsters don't dance.
Yes,
we
they
boogie.
do.
Ice Cube said it best. Gangsters don't dance.
Cube was singing with the characters on Sesame Street. Please don't talk to me about his OG cred.
That's what Cube said.
Pull up Ice Cube and Sesame Street. Oh, man. And he was singing, and the little Muppets on Sesame Street was like, "Is that right, Mr. Cube?" So he lost his gangster cred on Sesame Street. Okay, did I cover all the majors?
Yeah, you're right.
There he is. Exactly. He did Sesame Street.
Wow.
Who else? Yeah, Andrea Pratt looked like she might be able. She ain't gonna do a whole bunch, but she can do a move.
So who do you think?
Charlotte Moore. She got maybe a move or two.
She got a move or two.
But I don't really like. I can't think of like one of them. I'm like, oh yeah, she could. Or he. Lamar Westmoreland, he can't dance.
So you saying
he can't dance?
It's gonna be more like a Charlie Brown episode. and we doing whatever. Oh, man.
Malay ain't dancing. She gonna look at you like and walk away. She'll be like, all the women guys, come on out to the dance floor. She gonna just walk away. She gonna leave you standing on the dance floor. She gonna look all crunchy and walk away. So I'm pretty much of the opinion that none of our elected officials can dance.
Yeah. River dance it is.
River dance it is.
Man.
I mean, like, for real. The only, because who even looked like they was at the club?
Then one of them.
Yeah, some of them looked like they was at the club.
Well, I mean, Russ. Well, I know for sure because I was there. I done seen a few cats.
You telling those people?
Yeah, I ain't gonna spill beans.
So anyway, to my point, you know, New Orleans was willing to make a proclamation and a day to back that blank up day in New Orleans.
Wow.
All right. So a number of things to get to, but did I say hello? I always get scared when it's time to say hello to you.
Well,
hello.
You might want to start with Carvey B.
Okay, I'm gonna start with Carvey. Hey, Carvey, how you doing today, bro? Carvey had that right there.
Yeah. You know,
Carvey's good.
Carvey's good, man.
Now
yeah.
here we go.
That boy good.
Hey, bro. Got
You ready?
Got your blessed t-shirt on.
You ready?
Man, what is that? The hands of a gangster? I mean,
Gangsters don't dance, we boogie. You know
is that a woman's hands or man's hands?
Man. These are the hands of
I see all the rings.
Caroccio.
It's the hands of somebody.
Caroccio is back.
He blessed. Yeah, look at all the diamond jewels and
Yeah.
okay, chains and tats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you understand me?
Okay.
Caroccio.
What's the name today?
Caroccio is back.
That's it.
The famous bullfighter.
Let's not bring it back.
Also adopt
Don't
baby
bring
seals.
it back. Don't do it twice in one.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he made his way back.
It's too soon.
Hey,
it's too soon.
Welcome back, WKRP Cincinnati.
Oh, I thought you was gonna do.
No.
Your dreams are your ticket out. Welcome back.
That was the joint right there.
To the same old place that you laughed
What you know about that?
I'm just saying. Okay. So show for today. We have a guest calling in at 4 p.m. Mm-hmm. The AFT is in town, and they are doing something fairly cool. They want to engage voters here in the city, understanding what a crucial market Milwaukee and Wisconsin is for the 2024 election. And so the AFT got a bus. They rolling around the Midwest. They're going to stop here. They're in Madison right now. They'll be here tomorrow. Are going to be posted up down by G's Clippers for a while in the afternoon, like between 3:30 and 5. And just, you know, telling brothers, because, you know, people worried about whether brothers going to show up. So they like, look, we don't want to talk to you. We don't want to preach to you. We're just asking you to say that you pledge to vote. Mm-hmm. They got pledge cards through a partnership with another organization. I heard my man Percietti was involved in that organization too. So I got to check him out. But hey, just if you as an adult male, 18 or over, come down by G's between 3:30 and 5 and just say, hey, I'm going to pledge to vote. You bring a young shorty with you. He can get his haircut for free. And they're going to do the first 50 young people that come through the door. If you come in with an adult, 18 and over, that's a voting age, they will cut that young brother's hair for free. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
man.
First 50 people.
I wonder if I can take advantage of that.
You what?
I wonder if I can take advantage of that.
To do what?
To just go get in line in or something. You know, shape me up.
See, this is why.
Hey man,
this is why y'all end up on the news.
We don't figure out a way.
People be having bread, and then still be trying to figure out how to scam.
Listen,
this why.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
But this why y'all end up on the news, man.
That is. See, some of them.
Jail.
Some of them.
Greed.
Me.
Just.
I'm too slick on my toes to get caught up.
You said it on the radio. You said it out loud.
Okay, you didn't hear me say that. That was Torocio talking.
You said it out loud. I wonder if how can I?
Ain't
How
that what they doing
how
nowadays?
can I?
Telling on themselves?
How can I get a free cut out of this deal?
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, considering the cost of cuts, I can understand the conversation. I really
Mhm.
can. But I think it's cool. So we'll have that conversation with the brother who is an Omega man, is the Secretary Treasurer of AFT International.
Nice.
But in terms of conversations for the first or the next 40 minutes, as I try to figure out, because I'm telling y'all, I did not prepare a show today. There was a lot going on before I got to the station. And the stuff that I normally would have did, I was like, I don't even feel like it today.
Yeah.
Because I went in so hard on, Israel this morning. I just kind of fell back like, yeah, I'm not going to do it today.
Yeah.
People was like sending me messages about Michelle, your high blood pressure.
What's going on?
I'm like, I'm okay, y'all. I'm okay. But, what I will say, though, let me do this. So I had mentioned to people that I had been in contact with some folks who have been impacted by Hurricane Helene.
Mm.
And these are Black families who have said that they basically, they lost everything.
Wow.
So I am going to work with the station management to see if we can take up some collections.
Yeah.
They have a specific, things that they're asking for.
Yeah.
And this is simple stuff: toothpaste, toothbrushes, Vaseline, we need our Vaseline, lotion, Tylenol. They're not asking for big stuff. They're not asking for clothes. They got certain things that's covered on that end, but to be able to just send a couple of care packages their way.
Yeah.
And so I have gotten the names and contacts of folks on that end who can still get to a post office to receive it or, get packages picked up. They've set up some temporary situations where people can get mail. And I would just encourage people, like I said, to just think that could be any one of us.
Yeah.
I watched the video footage of literally people on their cell phones recording as the water took houses completely off their foundation.
I've seen it. Unbelievable. It was just, I used to live in North Carolina too. So, just seeing what's happening in North Carolina, and I have a niece that's in North Carolina. It's just very troubling. But to what you were saying, when you guys start up the collection, I want to be the first to actually donate to that. So the whether it's, getting a whole bunch of toothbrushes and, toothpaste and, scope mouthwash and, deodorant.
And I'm just going to say, I'm real proud of us here in Milwaukee. Like I said, the group through ComForce, Vaughn and all the volunteers that come together on that end. Yeah. When Puerto Rico was hit, folks from Puerto Rico actually worked with Rainbow Push, and they came around and they were asking. We actually interviewed some folks from the consulate's office here on the station, and we were able to send a U-Haul down to Chicago, filled to had to push the last of it in to be able to close the doors. And me, Keon, and Jeanette Herrera, Sister Herrera, she followed us down. We drove that down to Chicago and delivered that. And it was impressive. What our listeners did, it was stupid.
Oh, that's nice.
It was stupid. Me and Keon was up and, we separated everything out so it would be easier for them to manage. So, we was like, okay, all the deodorant, all the toothpaste. And I took pictures of it. And when I say it was nothing short of crazy what our community did, we showed up and showed out. So I will get more information for that, get management to sign off on that we can do it. And then we will take up some, and I'm just doing, if I can, just products. I cashed out some money down on that end today, so that they, whatever they can access, they can get. But, I told them I was going to make sure we got some care packages their way too.
That's what's up, Michelle. Just to have a heart like that is awesome.
When you see the devastation, like, I'm going to just tell you, we had a backup, some piece broke with our like plumbing in the basement. And So they told us we couldn't use the water until they
Yeah.
got this part ordered,
Yeah.
and we had to wait for it to come in all day
Yeah.
and then get it installed. So it was like all day with no, you couldn't, don't flush, don't do this.
Yeah.
Man, you would have thought I was living like on the edge of the world.
Yeah.
Because you don't realize how many times you wash your hands.
Yeah.
You know, you got to go to the restroom.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, so imagine you don't even have one to go to.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to go. They trying to bring porta potties in. So people even got somewhere to go to the restroom.
Yeah.
So we got to do what we can. All right. So I am, wait, what? Garth Brooks accused of sexual assault.
What? Garth Brooks?
Garth Brooks?
Lord
No. Okay.
The world is turning.
So, okay, I am going to take a second. Melania Trump, Jesus Christ. Y'all ain't going to want to hear what I got to say. But we're going to talk about Melania Trump on the other side. She has, taken a position that's in opposition to her husband on the issue of women's reproductive health. I'll talk about it on the other side. All right, family. So quite a few people have hit me up, reached out to me to ask me what did I think about Melania Trump's new memoir, in which she talks about her position on. No, I'm good. Thank you. When she talks about her position on reproductive freedom and abortion, and I'm gonna be honest, I could care less. I could care less what Melania Trump got to say. Because from the second this woman stepped on to the scene, she proved herself to be incompetent. You give a speech that mirrors almost word for word Michelle Obama's speech. The infamous "My mother and father taught me that our word is our bond." And the brother sitting in the Starbucks coffee shop, who had been recently let go from his job as a reporter, looks up from his computer and says, "That's Michelle Obama's speech." And then he alerts his contacts in the media. People catch on and they like, wait, hold up. And then they go back and they put Melania's speech next to Michelle's speech. It's dang near the same speech. So Melania Trump has little value and substance as far as I'm concerned. And then, when she wanted to go and go to Puerto Rico after the storm, and she got this jacket on, talking about, "I don't really care, do you?" or whatever it says, some flip comment like that. Like, what kind of first lady are you? So there have been so many times that her husband has been out of pocket. If you was going to open your mouth, I appreciate that's your man, but not on my watch. Not on my watch. You couldn't have been doing all that foolishness on my watch. So CNN releases this information 2 months ago after Melania's book publisher had got a request from them to talk to her ahead of the release of her new memoir, upcoming memoir. They hadn't heard from him for a minute. And then after 6 weeks, Melania's people reached out to CNN and they said in order for them to get a interview, that the interview would cost CNN $250,000. CNN said that her publishing company, Skyhorse Publishing, sent over a confidentiality and disclosure agreement. They laid out these terms for an interview. Her book drops on October 8th, and that they wanted $250,000. Now, of course, CNN said, "No, we wanting that, and we're not paying that. We don't pay people for interviews." So that whole money hungry culture, because while Donald Trump is nowhere near as wealthy as he says he is, Melania looks like she squirreled away quite a bit of money because she understands that her man might go to jail any. But just greedy people continuing to be greedy. Enough is never enough. You walking around in $3,000 slacks and $12,000 bracelets, but you're trying to figure out how to hustle a TV station to get more money. And so, of course, her people, we don't really know what you're talking about. We're not. It must have been a miscommunication because CNN busted them out. But Melania just spoke at 2 political fundraisers last month. She was paid $237,000 for an April event, and the other payment was $250,000. Every time Melania step in front of somebody, she getting $250,000. Now, I don't know how much money Michelle Obama is getting, but it could easily be understood that she should get way more than any dollar that is ever paid to Melania Trump, because at least there's substance there. You paying for that Harvard education. You paying for the brilliance of this sister. You paying for someone who has been outworked in the legal arena And then you got Melania posing eagle in a nudie pose on a magazine or something. That's what we got. That's our contribution to the world. Nude photos and expensive jewelry that her and Trotter was trying to hawk and sell once they got into the White House. Like, I don't. So when people are like, everybody, oh, did you hear what Melania said? Who cares what Melania said? She has been complicit all along in the idiot. In the idiocracy that is her man. Because look at him. She ain't marry him for looks. Now, back in the day, maybe. I'm telling y'all, that photo I got posted on my Facebook page of the day of the assassination attempt, and that comb over moved to the side. Donald Trump is completely, and I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with bald, but his bald look crazy because he completely bald in the top of his head, except he got baby hair that he brushed to the front.
Yeah.
And then he got the long comb over that he swoops over the top of that. But if anybody really looked at how that man looked without that hair flying over to the other side and then moosed up and sprayed in place, come on now. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, though he kind of got that George Costanza look going on, from that whole bald at the top thing, but then he got the comb over.
Yeah, I mean,
to hide
it's just so awful. Like I said, the picture, that was the first thing I did. I was so trifling. When they were showing the whole thing on TV, I was like, oh, you can see his head for real. And I kept replaying it so I could take a picture.
Yeah.
And I was trifling. I wasn't even worried about if he was going to survive or not. I figured if he was yelling, fight, 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 he was okay.
And it was catch up anyway.
But that's the thing, y'all. And so for everybody spending air and time talking about, did you see what Melania said? Who care? Who care? Because if you didn't open your mouth those 4 years you was in the White House, you haven't opened your mouth since. I'm not getting ready to pay to hear what you got to say in terms of your little book, your memoir. Who cares what she got to say? She has been a part of the problem, an enabler, just along for the ride. I could care less what Melania Trump got to say. You want to get in?
Yeah, I was going to say, I just think that it's kind of perfect timing for the Democrats, because for those people that do like Trump and his wife, and that's undecided one way or another, to hear her pretty much say, I don't agree with my husband, is pretty much telling people that a house divided can't stand. So we know that there's division in their house right there because she don't agree with what he's trying to do.
Let's be clear. They house been divided.
Oh, yeah.
When he got elected back in 2020, how long did it take Melania to get to the White House?
Yeah.
Because they literally, I don't know if it's just,
true.
Gossip and talk, but that she wanted basically a contract in place before she left New York to come to the White House of things that she was going to get as a result of having to be the first lady. And that was an arrangement between her and her man. Not her and the federal government, her and the campaign, her man. So Melania was in no hurry to be first lady.
Yeah.
She took her time actually moving into the White House. Yeah. I just don't understand. Dang. Something just popped up that said Eminem is going to be a granddaddy.
His daughter pregnant? Haley?
I guess Haley having a baby.
Well, yeah. I mean, she's about 20 something. She's about 26, 28.
I mean, but when you think about
that's crazy. Yeah, I remember when she was born.
Granddaddy, Cube. I don't know. I think I heard that Cube was a grandfather. Eminem.
That's crazy.
Did you see like Tupac being somebody's granddaddy?
Man, his grandson would be a thug.
No, he wouldn't.
I mean, if he was still living
he would
a life,
be intelligent.
Well, he'll be intelligent.
Pac was intelligent,
but if he was still living that lifestyle, that's all
okay.
Back in elementary.
I'm not gonna argue. So in any case, I'm just telling y'all, yeah, don't expect me to have a whole lot to say on that because I'm not, because irked to my whole soul that anybody is trying to hype Melania Trump, yet alone that she's getting ready to make millions of dollars off this book, when there were critical times that as a woman married to somebody who was completely and wholly irresponsible,
Yeah.
your voice should have been. And I mean, for married people at home, they're like, Michelle, you can't come out and speak against your guy. I mean, I hear that part. I understand that part. But I'm still saying ridiculous to me, ridiculous to me, ridiculous to me. Also ridiculous to me is the fact that now more than 100, maybe even like 125 men and women are now making new allegations against Puffy Combs. Diddy can wrap it up. He is never getting out of jail. Like literally, whatever songs y'all know that got the lyrics in it, it's over. Y'all can start singing them. Yes, it's over. Y'all can just start. Y'all can start singing them. Will never see the light of day again, is going to most likely die in jail. How old is Diddy? I don't even know how old he is. Let me see. How old is Diddy? 54. What'd you say? I mean, you know, now you figure out how to be of use to somebody, but the way the allegations are piling on, it's a wrap for this dude. It is completely and totally a wrap. They got videos circulating now. I was in the barbershop earlier today. Cass was talking about it like, you can close shop and go home. Like, the only daylight you about to see is that little exercise field or the little slit in the top of your prison cell, if that's how y'all set up. But the allegations are crazy at this point. And now people dropping videos. And then you just look at the people like who was sitting on the videos, like, y'all been sitting on these videos all these years. And it made me think of Cat Williams when he said he went to this party in LA and he was saying to people like, you know, I see you, right? He was walking through this mansion and looking in different rooms because he was like, man, I'm at a party in Hollywood. I'm in this big old mansion. This is crazy. And he said he started seeing all kind of weird stuff. And he just stood there for a second and was looking at people like, you know, we can see you, right? And you just out here wild and loose in front of everybody? There are people that have videos, y'all. They've been sitting on these things for years. And now they're dropping like flies. So the situation that this brother finds himself in, nothing short of crazy. He is totally out of the game. I want to be clear. I want to be specific. It is a wrap for Sean Combs. Whatever he was going to do, I hope he did it before he turned himself in, because they not playing. So what's wrong, Carvey? Carvey's in here just like, wow. I mean, we just might as well tell the truth. It is a wrap. All right. Hang on a second. You talking about the documentary thing, the project? So 50 cents and or 50, because I hate saying 50 Cent. 50 Cent is your idol? Can't stand him. Can't stand him. And what I can't stand him for is really, it's not petty on my end, but he did what people do when you're trying to get in the game. You try to knock out whoever's on top at that moment. You don't, I'm not going to necessarily work my way to the top, crawl my way to the top. I'm coming for the jugular. I'm going to knock out whoever. And at that point, Ja Rule was killing the game because he had like crossover appeal. So everywhere you go, you heard Ja Rule. He was collaborating with everybody. He was hot. 50 Cent came out and he said, Ja ain't nobody. his music is garbage, and real rappers don't sing on songs. And so just 50 coming out and dumping on Ja, he tried to do it to Will Smith. And other rappers have tried to do it to Will Smith. But Will Smith had transcended to another level. Like all that street nonsense you talking and yin yang you talking, it's not getting ready to impact Will Smith because this man now has a movie career, a production company. Like he in a different stratosphere than y'all even playing in.
Yeah.
So none of that hurt Will Smith at all. But Ja, who has started doing movies and was moving around, it hurt his brand. Cause now, and he already a small cat.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, and so like, how hard are you? You got that crazy voice, but like he basically just crapped all over him. So all of a sudden, Ja go from being in circulation, in rotation, the hottest thing. Now, don't nobody want to be seen with this cat.
Yeah.
Collabs fall off.
Power. It's
And then what does 50 do? He
I got
releases
21 questions.
The candy shop.
Yeah, he's singing all over
the candy. I said, you just said real rappers don't sing.
That's because, again, to what he was doing, he was removing Ja Rule out the way.
Yeah.
So he can take his spot because that was what he was originally on. But, I think for this whole thing for Ja Rule was he tried to be something that he wasn't. And 50 had street credit.
They all do.
Well, 50 got street credit, real street credit. So it's like when you coming in the game, and then he was signed. Ja Rule was signed to Murder Inc., and Murder Inc. had the street credit for being out in the streets. But however, when you got your artists trying to act like you really putting in work in the streets, people that's from the streets is gonna call you out. And since 50 was really rooted in the streets, he knew some things that the public didn't know. So he kind of revealed some things, and which killed Ja Rule's career.
Well, I guess my whole thing is, and there's actually a whole documentary or thing that has been put together online. When Ja gets robbed in 1999, gunpoint back in Queens, they say it's 50's people that did it. It's been fights, it's been stabbings, like all of this stuff go back and forth. 50 Cent come out with his diss track, Life's on the Line, that piece, Power to Dollar, to the point you was making.
Yeah.
And they just go back and forth. They get into a fight in a club in Atlanta. And I'm just like, bruh, like that's the part that irritates me. And I used to say this, to brothers trying to like holler at you, but you already had somebody. So then they start trying to tell you this dude ain't this dude ain't that. Fam, just tell me, just you be you.
Yeah.
But 50 felt it was his, assignment to out Ja Rule.
He actually said that his mission was to destroy his career.
Right.
And he did just that.
And I'm like, but why, bruh?
It's
Because
something
people lie
personal.
in this industry every day.
See, but I think it was because of who he was tied to.
Mama was a school teacher.
Yeah.
And he had a relatively middle class upbringing.
Yeah.
He didn't come from poverty. He didn't come from the struggle. He was in the streets because he wanted to be in the streets, not because he had to be in the streets.
Yeah.
He didn't have to put no money in his mama's mailbox.
Yeah.
He didn't have to help feed nobody in the house. He was in the streets because he wanted to be in the streets.
That's true.
So that's the part about it. When you look at it, you're like, come on, fam. So yeah, I ain't never rock with 50. And this piece that he did on Diddy.
Surviving Diddy? Yeah, I got to see that one.
I mean, I guess you go ahead and do it because somebody else gonna do it. But this docuseries is getting ready to be a whole mess, man.
See, and I think it's really too because 50 said in some interviews that after Puffy tried to take him shopping when he first came into the game, Puffy tried to take him shopping. He was like, nah, and then he really didn't rock with Puffy after that. But he wrote the majority of Puffy raps on certain songs that went number one on the chart. Though he got a joint That was on G Dep's album that 50 wrote for Puffy. Um, and it's another song that 50 wrote for Puffy. So I think it's something personal behind it.
I
It got
mean,
something
so
to do.
this project had been in work since December.
Yeah.
And after 4 women had came forward and made allegations against Diddy. And, one of the things that 50 talked about when he said, yeah, I'm getting ready to do this project, he released a clip of Bad Boy Records executive. No, he was a rapper, Mark Curry, who said that Diddy used to spike people's bottles of champagnes at his parties before women drank them. And, like he said that really just set him off. And I'm like, way more trifling people in the industry than Diddy.
Yeah.
Stop playing with me. So I don't know. He seems a little opportunistic. We'll see what happens and transpires as a result of it. But yeah, I'm surprised somebody just came for him. Because dude be out of pocket.
Yeah.
He do. He be out of pocket. But I guess you do what you gotta do. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. So I'm gonna switch gears because, as I said, we're gonna have a guest in the 4 o'clock hour. A brother from AFT, uh, Fedrick Ingram, and he is the secretary treasurer with. Hang on, let me just pull it up so I can have his bio in front of me. Um, but as people, realize what's at stake, are out and about trying to make sure that we are getting everybody to the polls that we can, that people are participating, people understand what's on the ballot. I had, somebody reached out today and was like, hey, I got my absentee ballot. I filled it out, got all the way to the bottom, and then I checked independent instead of this. Can I, like, nah, you're gonna have to ask for a new one. We're gonna have to, figure out what to do. So people are very vigilant right now because they understand that we can't afford to have not one single ballot tossed. We can't afford any mistakes. People are going to have to um, be tight about the way, quite frankly, they handle this. Like every T crossed, every I dotted, and we need to be able to make sure that that occurs. So as we are looking at information from the Wisconsin Election Commission, how many absentee ballots have been mailed out? Let me just pull that up real quick. I am coming, y'all. Sorry, I meant to have it pulled up already. But how many ballots have been mailed out? We know that the number of requests have been staggering. And the thing that's always interesting is that um, Donald Trump has spent his time telling Republicans that absentee voting was bad, not to do it, to wait and show up in person. So there have been all of these arguments about the absentee ballots. We even were going through a thing with the Wisconsin Election Commission in which they were arguing about when those absentee ballots had to be returned and whether they had to be returned on election day, before election day, what was going to go on. So that's why we have asked people, if you are voting absentee via a mail-in ballot, please make sure that you either get those ballots dropped off or that you mail them in as soon as you get them completed, witness signed, everything you need to do so that it's done correctly, because people have to figure out how to shave off uh, votes wherever they can. That is going to be a target, low hanging fruit. So I am looking to see, actually what the decision was about, because there are clerks that this ended up becoming an issue. Callers, I see y'all. Thank y'all for checking in. But there were clerks, one in Greenfield, one in Brookfield, saying that they had broken the law by requiring ballots to be returned to the clerk's office rather than polling places and arrive hours before the end of in-person voting. And right now, that's not the established, policy and procedure. So people are like, what are you doing? What are you talking about? All of that's problematic. So people just need to understand that. Carby, can you do me a favor? Can you get my cell phone for me? I got them. So, we need to understand that. And there will be a lot going back and forth. The election commission is going to have to do an effective job of explaining to people, what the rules are. We as voters are going to have to understand what the rules are. So let's just be clear that the updates will be coming, because we are now literally about 33, 34 days out, and everything from here, I won't say perfection, but as close as we can, to make sure that we are doing everything right, so that our votes will be counted and we will be represented when it's time for that final count in central offices around the state. Let me go to the phone line. I said that we were expecting a guest, and there is an event that's happening in Milwaukee tomorrow, Brothers, Barbers, and Ballots. And this is about helping people understand that their voice matters, that their vote counts, and that people are specifically having talks and conversations with brothers about the importance of them being engaged, showing up to the polls, and understanding how these, issues that are in front of us connect to them every day. So I was real fortunate when I learned that the AFT was going to be doing basically a kind of a Midwest bus tour. And they are coming into the area, talking to people about what's important to them, hearing from people, and just working with other partner organizations to be able to say, hey, we just want you to show up. Take a pledge to show up to vote or have a voting plan. So if I'm not mistaken, I think we have the Secretary Treasurer of AFT, Mr. Fedrick Ingram, on the line. Are you there, Fedrick?
I am. How are you, Michelle?
I'm good. How you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for having me.
Look, let me get the important stuff out the way. I heard you a bruh.
Oh, man, all day long.
I heard you was an Omega man.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I appreciate you. Yeah. Shouts out to everybody, man.
Look,
we need everybody's help this weekend.
Now, you know what? We going to ask for it. I was telling Brendan, I was like, yeah, tell him I'm a Delta. So he's talking to family. And
there you go.
We appreciate it. We just had a D9 event here on the Harris Walls campaign side of things, on that side. But they had a D9 event here last Sunday. Extremely well attended. Q's Bruz was in the house, so people are paying attention. So, Fedrick, tell me why it was important for AFT to hit the ground in the way that you all have, and what's going on with this bus that y'all got going around some of these Midwestern states.
Oh, listen, this bus is taking us all across the country. We want to hit every community that we possibly can, and no community is too small or too large for us to be in. And we definitely need help from, what we consider, the core of who we are, right? Black women, Black men believe in the values and the systems of public education and our schools and our teachers. And so that's why we're coming to Milwaukee. We're coming with some energy. We're coming with a big old bus, and we're coming with some other things that we can share with the community. But more importantly, we're just trying to get the word out that we have got to vote. We have got to get to the polls, and people, every vote is going to count. And so that's where we are, and that's what we're doing. And this is about stop 20 of about 64 stops. We have about
stop
7
20?
more states to go. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. We started in California, all the way in Southern California. We've been to Montana, Washington State. We've been to Phoenix, Arizona. We've been to Montana, and we're here. We're going to Ohio when we leave you guys. We'll be headed up to Michigan, Pennsylvania. I don't even know where I am, Michelle, but I know I'm going to Milwaukee tomorrow and this weekend.
Well, look, I know you got a good team. Like I said, Brendan has been cool, responsive,
Fantastic.
Making sure we had all the information we needed. Then I heard he used to work for one of our homeboys, Mark Pocan, up on the hill. So that just made the connection even better. But I got to, tell you, before, when I talk to people, I usually try to help the community listeners understand who they're talking to. Because, people come in and they want it like, you need to vote, you need to do this, why this is important. And, our community, we will fall back and be like, who is you? Now, who are you? Who is you? Yeah. And so when I take a second to introduce you to people, helping people understand like where you're from in the country, what kind of, like background in terms of like work, because with AFT, I'm assuming an educator, but don't want to, make too many assumptions. Can you take a minute and just tell people how you get to this point, and particularly as you ascend to the Treasurer Secretary of the AFT?
Yeah, well, listen, first of all, I represent 1.8 million people in this country who dedicate their lives to children every day. But when you scale all of that back, I'm just a country boy from Miami, Florida, who grew up in the mean streets of the inner city. And, grew up playing basketball, grew up wanting to be a rapper back in the early 90s. And, teachers helped save my life. Public education saved my life, kept me off the street, found basketball, found band, was a music major, went off to an HBCU, Bethune-Cookman University in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Hey.
And so I and with that background, it kind of catapulted me into the classroom where I taught music for 10 years. I was a high school band director.
And I was in the band. I was in the band. So French horn and mellophone and marching season. So come on with it.
Go. There you go. You know that's my street cred because every Friday night I was at somebody's football stadium, and every Saturday morning I was in a parade, right? And so we took kids all across the country. I understand the beauty of what education can absolutely do for our young people, especially for our Black and brown students who sometimes don't make it through a system that was never built for them, right? And so we need to pour into them a little bit more with more Black teachers, with more resources and more support. And I believe in it because it was good for my kids and it was good for me, Michelle. You know, it saved my life every day when a teacher just said, no, you can do this. And yes, you can be more than what you see. Just keep pushing. So that's who I am.
So let me ask this question because I was trying to figure out the connection. I saw that back in 2013, the Miami Herald named you as one of South Florida's 50 most powerful Black business leaders. Where does that piece of the puzzle come in?
Oh, you've been doing some research,
Just
and I really
bit.
appreciate that. Yeah, well, listen, when you're representing 25,000 teachers in Miami, one of the major cities in the country, you wield a little bit of power, and you get a chance to negotiate on behalf of folks. I was the president of the teachers union for the state of Florida, the Florida Education Association, which is over 200. Well, at the time was over 200,000 folks, and so. With that, you know, it kind of catapults you in a category where people believe or perceive that you have some power and some ability to move an agenda. And so that's where that came from. But that was all about the power of the people. That's about union power. That's about people who really just give it all to kids every day. And that's what I do. I represent those folks who are in our classrooms every day, who are giving it their all, sometimes in spite of the odds.
So look, you have certainly laid out why be engaged. I work with the NAACP at the state level, at the national level, and I'm the state director here for civic engagement. And I know you have a relationship with the NAACP. Can you take a second and speak to that?
Yeah, so listen, the oldest, the boldest, the meanest, that's what we do, right? And, listen, our president, Derek Johnson on the national side, saw it rightly to put me on the foundation board, which is the arm of our organization that helps to raise funds so that we can be in the right place legally. We can be in the right place with an infrastructure. When something happens to Black folks all across this country, we know that the NAACP is always the first on the ground and always the last ones to leave. And so that's what we do. We got to support each other. It is our organization that really has made us right side up and steered us through some really treacherous waters in terms of dealing with racism, in terms of dealing with unequal treatment, voter rights, civil rights, whatever it is. The NAACP has always been on the ground. And if you're not, let me just give a quick shout out. Join the NAACP because you need to be a member of an organization who supports you no matter what.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So look, this is my thing. I saw you guys coming into the barbershops and, you've done a number of things. You've been in Madison all day today. You'll be here tomorrow. But there is a focus, it would appear, to be on Black men. Why is that a priority and a concern as you are out traveling the country?
Well, listen, Black men have really, in this thing we call democracy, have really been sometimes cast aside, have really been looked over. And so you get people who drift in terms of their value system. They believe that the criminal justice system is not for them. They believe that voting sometimes is not for them because you see so much change for everybody else. And sometimes for Black men, we sometimes just see the jail or the ground as an option. No. And so we need to kind of speak to our Black men, speak to my brothers out there and let them know that we've got to have hope and the opportunity is always there. If we just still hold true to our value system, that family is important, that our faith is important, and that we've got to participate in this civic engagement and we can change this system for the better so that our sons and our nephews and all of these young people that we care about, the kid across the street, has a shot at this thing we call the American dream, because it's important that we give our young people a better world than what we have right now.
So then I'm trying to figure out how that ties in with AFT's national agenda, and the votes campaign, because, some of it's straight line, true enough, like if you don't vote, these are the consequences. This is how you can affect change, make a difference in your lives. But when you look at your national agenda with the organization, what's the fit for you all in terms of this conversation?
Yeah, so the cornerstone of who we are is public education, right? And we know that that's the hope and opportunity for each one of our young persons. And so, that is oftentimes governed by people in political power. Either they're a superintendent, either you are a school board member or a mayor or a governor. Somebody is making policy in and around our schools. And so we can't allow people to control our young people through testing, through the lack of resources for our teachers, through dilapidated schools. And so if we can get our schools and our teachers on an equal playing field, we can blow the doors off equality. We can blow the doors off justice, and we can blow the doors off opportunity for these young people. And so our agenda is to get people in place who believe in Black and brown children, who believe in MLK Boulevard, who believe in what other people cast aside as ghettos, but is where my cousins live. It's where my grandmother raised 13 kids. And so we can't give up on those streets. We can't give up on Black people. And so, if people don't understand that politics is governing all of that, then, hey, shame on us. But we've got to play this game because it's going to be played with or without us.
So speaking of that, just for a second to take a detour, the same way you made a plug for membership at the NAACP, I'm going to ask you to make a plug for Black male teachers, because I looked at some data that said roughly 1.3% of all U.S. teachers are Black men. Yeah. 1.3%. But when you look at our makeup in education in terms of Black students, I think about Milwaukee, where our public school district is a predominantly Black school district. These numbers are startling to me that you could say 1.3%. So as a brother who's done this, what would you say to brothers who have not considered education as an option?
Oh, we need you. We need you desperately. We need you desperately so that we can help change the world. If you want a job, if you want to have something in life to say you fought for what is truth and justice and equality for young people, teaching is the best opportunity to do that. And listen, the stats get worse when you go to college, right? It's under 1%, Black professors and instructors in colleges and universities. So if you're a brother out there who is thinking about changing careers, about doing something good and beneficial for your people, for this country, teaching is the ultimate way to give back and to pay it forward to our community. And listen, we've got to make it a better profession. We have got to make the pay more acceptable. We've got to make the working conditions better. But that's why we have this union, and that's why we fight every day. Nobody's going to give us anything. And so we've got to fight for it, make it better, but we can't cast it aside and say, I'm going to let somebody else teach my kids, because we know that the first and most important teacher has always been mom and dad, has always been grandma and granddad, has always been uncle and auntie. But then that formal education has to fold into somebody who really cares about that young person. And oftentimes that's a Black woman. Oftentimes that's a Black male. And there's far too few of them in our classroom. So we need you.
And I will say this, because as you talk about, that formal education, I couldn't help but smile as I was thinking about some of the activities you all have planned for tomorrow in Milwaukee, because we know the dovetail to that is the informal education, the things that we learn in a barbershop, the things that we learn as we sit and wait to get our hair cut. And you got, the brothers and sisters in the shop, because a lot of sisters rock fades, got their hair like my hair. I got a combination of a fade and braids. And so, the things you learn, just paying attention, just listening. I thought about the number of times the shoebox got passed around, just like in the movies, because somebody needed a pair of shoes, or somebody was leaving to go back to school and tuition was a little funny. Politics, religion. This is where you talked about everything. And so it just makes sense that people have been looking at the barbershops as one way to reach brothers. The events that you all have lined up tomorrow, let me start with what you guys are doing over by G's Clippers tomorrow afternoon. Can you take a second and just explain what's happening?
Yeah. So first of all, free haircuts. Come on by and get your fade done. Okay. I heard the guys over at G's set it off. Okay. And I heard this is the best barbershop I'm ever going to come to in my life. So I'm looking forward to it. And, what we're trying to do is meet people where they are. And people, are out shopping, they're out getting a haircut, they're out having these casual conversations, but that's us as a people. That's what we do. We have these casual conversations either in church or either at the football game or either at the barbershop, and so it's important that we get the young people in, but it's also important that we get the young adults and the more mature adults in to kind of talk and inform them as well. And so while you're waiting on your son or your nephew to get a haircut, listen, we want to put a pamphlet in your hand. We want to have a conversation with you. We want you to kind of come and be entertained and maybe pick up a bite to eat or something like that. Listen, that's what it's about for us. We want to meet people where we are. We're not this organization that's trying to meet somebody in the ivory tower or on TV. We're going right where the people are on MLK Boulevard. So that's where I want to be. That's where AFT is, and that's who we are. And we're going to meet you where we are. So come on out.
So look, I also understand, and you guys are going to Kenosha and Racine in the Racine area. So you're going to leave us. There's a breakfast, labor breakfast that morning in Canvassing happening on Saturday morning. But then you're going to get on the bus, drive down the Racine, Kenosha area, have a rally, do something down there, and then come back to Milwaukee.
Yeah, Michelle, listen, every vote counts. Every action counts.
Y'all on the grind, bruh.
Yeah, we got like 30 days, and people got to understand the importance. We need some energy. We need some doors knocked. We need some conversations had. We need some information in people's hands because, listen, what we want people to do is be informed. If you feel like you don't know the candidate, come on out and let us, give you some information and some knowledge. But help us to knock on doors. If you're an organizer and you want to be involved in the process, you see it on TV and you say, what can I do? Tomorrow and Saturday is what you can do. You can come canvass with us because we're going to be out in the community knocking on doors. Everything is going to matter. This thing is going to be so close that, it's going to be unlike anything we've ever seen. And so every action is going to matter, Michelle. Thank you for your leadership in the community as well, because what you're doing is bar none. We need you. We're glad to have your voice. And listen, people trust you. So thank you for having us on.
Not a problem, bro. And thank you. And I will just tell people as we close, to the point about come join us. We don't have to reinvent the wheel, y'all. Everybody does not have to hold their own individual canvas for their own individual organization. We can link up and lock arms, knock these doors down, get them done quicker so we can move to another part of town. We get to do this work and we can do it together. And it goes so much better when you ride with other people. I tell people all the time, this ain't hard. You just got to show up. It's not hard. Right. And once you start talking to people, it gets easier with every door that you go to. So thank you all for what you were doing. I can't imagine that bus at the end of this trip. I know you're going to be so glad to see your house and your bed. But as we have been told, there will be no sleeping and no resting until this thing is done. So, Fedrick, thank you so much, bruh, to your team, my man. I can't wait to meet Brendan. Y'all doing it. And we are fortunate to have you coming through the city, putting us on the map in terms of this tour. We appreciate it. We're going to make sure we got some folks down there to support the work y'all doing.
Michelle, thank you so much. Peace and power to you and all your listeners. Okay? All
right, bro. Take it easy now. All right, family. So, yes, that was the Secretary Treasurer. And, we didn't really get into, fully his background. This brother's rise is meteoric. I mean, works through the ranks, but just brilliant at every move, making all the best plays, power moves, decisions. Because when you start looking around saying, wait, the Secretary Treasurer of the AFT International is a brother? Come on, fam. These are titles that have been elusive for us and hard to come by. But remember that other statistic, 1.3%. When we start talking about what's going on in our classrooms and people start complaining about these kids, I know the difference it makes having a man and a black man sitting in a room. I know the difference. And I say this as a strong black woman who believes that I'm capable and competent and can run a classroom and, educate with the best of them. But I am not crazy. I know the difference that it makes having brothers' presence. It can change the mood and the energy in a room, for boys and girls, for young brothers and young sisters. And so we got to be willing to educate our own babies. And no, the pay is not always great, but you don't have to stay in the field forever. Get in, do 10, 15, get out, go do something else. Or go do something else first and then come be an educator. But we can't keep relying on everybody else to educate our babies. We just cannot. So, let that settle, brothers out here in this community who have so much to offer, and our kids have so much they can learn from you. Please consider being an educator, and don't let them make you a disciplinarian when you do get to education. That's another conversation and another show. How they end up trying to use brothers as just basically, the warden and the police of the school. We're not here for that. We talking about uplift education and empowerment of these young students. So I'll get you more information about what's happening when I get on the air tomorrow. I'll post their flyer on my Facebook page when I get off the show today. But I just wanted to make sure we got that in. Is this a caller calling in for? Okay, let's take this call real quick. Hey, caller, what's happening? And then we'll go to break.
Well, I wanted to share some quick information. I know you was talking about women's rights. So I just wanted to encourage all the men and women out there to get up on their cranberry juice because it will raise their pH balance because all DNAs don't mix. I also want to put out here they have Plan B on sale for $49 at Walgreens. So women, get you at least 2 pills because y'all in cupping season until the groundhogs come out. And then that's when the arguments start. And then the other thing I wanted to share with y'all, please get up on your doxy, okay? Because a lot of y'all say y'all know y'all body and y'all allergic and stuff, but everybody is allergic to gonorrhea and chlamydia, and some of y'all are not taking y'all meds like you're supposed to. So I'm just giving y'all this information so you don't have to wait till you pay $10 to get that little pink pill. So when in doubt, doxy it out and protect yourself. Have a good one.
Not that.
Oh,
It wasn't valid information.
the cranberry juice.
But you just don't never know.
Oh my God.
When you say hello, go ahead, caller.
Oh,
you just don't never know. But as soon as I heard cranberry juice,
that pH balance is off.
I knew we was in trouble. Look, I'm gonna take a quick break. Y'all don't start texting me. Y'all heard Al. I ain't say it. Everybody got jokes. Don't text me.
Hey, so
Don't text me. What? We still on the air? Oh, they can't hear you. Okay. So we can do whatever you need to do. You just tell me. Just do a music and I'll bring in our guests. All right, Al.
boy, I tell you.
Al.
Oh,
Never a dull moment.
never.
I'll be right back, family. one of the things that we certainly try to do here at the station is to figure out how to support Black business. And I don't care in what pocket, what arena. I laugh when I come in because on any given day, somebody's Black soul food restaurant is up in here. The brothers, they going here, they going here. I'm learning about this place every day. I'm like, where you get this from? I was all in Carvey Plate yesterday. Yeah, some some catfish. And Carvey, they know too. They like, she greedy. Just, leave a piece to the side for Michelle because she gonna ask for my stuff. And I'm just lucky that I got bros that like, because a lot of bros won't give you their food.
Oh yeah.
And
so I'm gonna look out for you.
I appreciate it, fam.
Because when my arm was down and I couldn't move, you took care of me. My arm was, I couldn't move that thing.
Well, look. It wasn't done to get food, but now that I know,
that's it.
Any other ailments, please call me because
right.
I came up out the deal.
Uh-huh.
But look, I want to introduce you all to something that this is the first time I had heard about it and learning about it. It reminds me of some other things that I've seen happen here in the city, but individuals deciding and taking it upon themselves to create opportunity, to figure out ways to highlight, showcase, give people a platform that they typically may not have had, or just in a different arena. And so we got a sister in the studio. She's like, y'all didn't tell me we was gonna be on TV. Y'all didn't tell me.
I thought they fishing with me, man. I'm trying to tell you.
These folks was gonna be able to see me. I would have came in different. Let me just say what's happening, sis. How you doing today?
I am great. How
Please,
are you?
I'm good. Introduce yourself to the community.
I am Lori Bentley. I am the proud owner of Bentley's Boutique.
Bentley's Boutique.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where is Bentley's Boutique?
It's actually in my home.
So, really?
Yes,
so,
ma'am.
Like, people don't come to your home; they order online.
No,
what do they do?
They actually, I do a lot of vendors events.
Okay.
I get a lot of calls for different clothes. I started selling purses back in 2019.
Okay.
And then when the pandemic hit, fell off a little bit. Then I started selling the oils, and the oils have been taking off.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So Bentley Boutique.
Yes.
I like it. So how do you get to a point where you start thinking about other businesses and saying, look, whether, pro or con, I know it can be a struggle. Like you said, we go through COVID-19, particularly people that had depended on community festivals and, opportunities to vend out in the public, put up a table, sell your wares. People get harmed during COVID.
Yeah.
And some of these businesses didn't know to apply for PPP dollars, didn't get them necessarily. So where does this idea come that I'm not just going to look out for me, I'm going to figure out how to bring other people to the table, and we work collaboratively to lift up our businesses?
I will tell you where the whole business started. My dad, he passed away in 2019, and prior to him passing away, I quit my job so that I can help take care of him.
Okay.
And so I started selling purses.
Really?
Yeah. And then after the purses, then he passed away. And then I thought about, let me just venture off into the clothes. And I started with the clothes, which was great. Then I started with the oils. And I thought, this is just not for me. What about other people? So I would, at my church, I would rent we call it the Learning Center. And then I would ask other vendors if they like to join. And so just not thinking about myself. And we would have an amazing time with different cooks, different clothing vendors, people making their own low weathers lotions, just different things, being creative, different mugs. It turned out to be amazing. So I've been doing it, I think, now for 3 years.
So you have an annual event.
Mm-hmm.
And when is this event happening?
Well, actually, it'll be this Sunday.
Okay.
At the Rain Event Lounge. It's on East Buffalo. I can get you the address.
Okay.
And we will I have a great tattoo artist coming.
And I just said literally in the lobby because I started my tattoo on my cruise in Greece. and I wanted to see how my skin responded. I don't have keloid skin or anything, but I just wanted to see how I gelled with the ink.
Okay.
And what was done. And I realized that different tattoo artists, different results.
Mhm.
But I literally said I had to find somebody to finish my work.
Oh,
And so I'm gonna be looking.
he'll finish.
Look,
He'll
I'm
finish
gonna
your work.
holler at your boy.
Yes, and he's
so I
running a
can-
special
Oh,
between
really?
$50 and $100. Yes.
Really?
This guy, his name is creative director,
Okay.
great tattoo artist.
Okay.
And I was never into tattoos, but this guy is amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that just
Yeah.
gets even better.
He's amazing. He
Well,
really is.
No, like at some point, I mean, I know I'm gonna do a half sleeve, or at some point, I might actually do a full sleeve on just one arm. But I'm sorry, I just think they're the coolest thing ever, and
It is.
but I'm real cautious about the whole ink piece. I've seen some horror stories, so you just kind of take it in. You make sure you're dealing with somebody that's credible and reputable.
Okay.
But I am excited to meet him and figure out
Great.
like if we can gel and get my wrist finished at least.
Okay.
But you have brought some vendors by way of phone in
Yeah.
with you to talk about what they do.
Yes.
So let's go to the phone line and see who we have joining us. Who's the first person we should be asking for?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
Good, good. So who do we have with us?
My name is Ava Morris.
Do you have us on speaker?
Yes, I do.
Can you take us off? Because
Yes.
it'll be easier to
Can
hear
you hear me better now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now, what's your name, sis?
My name is Ava Morris.
Ava Morris. All right. Well, Miss Morris, what do you do? What type of business do you have?
So my business is a women's boutique, and I sell apparel as well as accessories for women.
How long have you been doing this?
Since 2022.
And what made you decide to get into the business?
Well, I actually have a passion for fashion, always have.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. Yes,
And
ma'am.
so I,
Yes.
Would you say yes?
Oh, yes.
You can see her coming.
Oh, yes.
Dominique
Yeah.
Devereaux.
Right. And,
No, wait.
So
Ava, are you old enough to know Dominique Devereaux?
yes, of course.
So one of the lines that one of my friends, she loves the line when Dominique Devereaux first came onto Dynasty, first Black woman coming on to this, nighttime soap opera, basically. And she comes into the hotel in her all white.
Oh, yeah.
Clean Diane
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes.
Clean as a board of health.
Yes.
And she goes up to the registration counter at the hotel, and they said, "We have a room for you." She said, "A room." She said, "I do not sleep in or with my clothes. My clothes will need their own room."
Absolutely.
You know what? That's Miss Ava.
Is that Miss
That's
Ava?
Miss Ava. I tell you.
Relate to that.
so because I can see the look in the studio like, nah, Michelle. Then when she say a passion for fashion, that's exactly what's meant. So you decide I'm gonna take this passion and make a business out of it. So what types of gear do you sell?
Well, like I said, it started in 2022, the actual store that is. But I've always had a love for fashion. But I was working a full-time job, and I retired in 2020. And I started thinking about what I could do to occupy my time. And because I love women, and I love to see women walk in that confidence and with that aura about them, I decided, okay, what can I contribute to this? And so it came in the form of starting my own boutique.
Now, so do you have a brick and mortar, or are you online? How do we find you?
So I did have a brick and mortar. It closed down in December of 23.
Okay.
Life happened. And I am currently in the process of starting my own online boutique. But in the interim, I'm just doing pop-ups. And so I have loyal, dedicated customers who still support me tremendously. I do personal consultations still. And so, yeah, so my name is still out there.
I love it. I love it. And what's the name of the business?
It is Allure by Ava.
Allure by Ava.
Yes.
I see all that
So I
sound
draw
way,
you
That's
in.
right
all that
there.
sound way too sexy to be some clothes. I don't know what you selling. I'm just saying.
Jermaine,
And even the way she said it.
Don't stop.
Even the way she said it.
Well, you know what?
Allure.
By Ava. I can't see how that could be a little misleading. So let's do Allure by Ava Boutique. How about that?
Yeah, because
Yeah, clean it up.
it sounds like it was just some type of aura
Did
behind
you hear it?
Allure.
Allure. Her voice got low.
Yeah.
Like, what? This daytime. Wait a
That's
minute.
funny.
Okay, Miss Ava. Did your other caller drop? Did we? Oh, let's see. Let's see if this is the other person who is joining us. So hang on for a second, Miss Ava. We're gonna bring another business owner in on the conversation. Y'all got me scared. I don't know what we selling here, but all right now. We're gonna need a fashion show.
Oh, yes.
Look,
All right.
girl, you better want some parts of this.
I'm just saying. Let's go to the phone line. Hey, you know what? Talk to Debo because actually there's a way to bring them both in, but he can help us. But in the meantime, we can put Miss Ava on hold until we figure out. We got them both? Okay.
Sure.
All right. So we had another individual that was joining us. Hey, caller, how you doing?
Hey, I am awesome. How are you?
Oh, well, all right, Miss Awesome. You came in sounding all bubbly. What's your name, sis?
My name is Rachel Torrance.
Rachel Torrance?
Yes.
Like Torrance's House of Threads, Torrance?
Yes.
See, don't call in here playing. Don't call in here. Hey, Rachel, how you doing?
I am awesome in yourself.
I am good. So tell me what type of business you have.
So I have a customs business, well, a statement t-shirt and customs business. So not only do I do custom items, but I sell statement t-shirts, tumblers, journals, and things of that matter.
Oh, wait, you could do, because see, I'm getting ready to do a t-shirt for voting. What was my slogan? I don't have it in front of me. What did I say, Carly? I'm showing up. So I need to talk to you because I have the design, met with them to complete that piece of it. But yeah, so we need to have a conversation because I'm getting these shirts done for people that are going to the polls. I'm showing up.
Great.
We need people out here flexing them so folks can say showing up for what? To vote.
That's right.
To vote.
Okay.
So let me ask Rachel, how did you get into this business? I know the family business. I done shop with the family and spend way too much money with your people. I just, that little store on Fond du Lac need to have my name on it. Messing with them folks in there. So how do you decide to do the custom aspect and the t-shirt line, the statement t-shirts? And what does that mean when you say a statement t-shirt?
Okay, so the Torrances are my in-laws.
Okay.
But those are my people.
Got it.
So I actually got into it by wanting to.
And let me just say this: the Tauruses are my former in-laws, so I'm cracking up laughing at this whole interview right now.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yes, they are my. Look, still love everybody, but yeah, they my former in-laws. But keep going. This town is way too small. Way too small. Go ahead, Rachel.
It is. So I got into it by wanting to make earrings, and in my quest to design earrings, I ended up falling upon custom, like how to create custom t-shirts. So that's where my journey began about 3.5 years ago.
Okay, so the earrings take off then, or you decide to switch gears?
I still include earrings, but yeah, I switched gears to more so like the custom side, but like more so recently I have been falling more so into the statement t-shirt piece. Now, when you say, what do you mean by statement t-shirts? Well, I want my statement t-shirts to inspire and encourage men and women.
Mm-hmm. So like, give me an example of like, what does that look like?
So
what type of statements?
One shirt that you might have seen that is very popular in the city of Milwaukee is my Brown and Bougie t-shirt.
I have seen the brown and bougie T-shirt. In
So
fact,
that's me.
I
That's
think
me.
I even ended up asking the sister where she got that shirt from. That's
Yeah, that's me. They will
crazy.
be there on Sunday.
Wow,
Oh yes.
it's great.
Yeah. So I have a few different ones, and
This
I'm
a whole
looking
full
to.
circle moment. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm telling you. Yes. So I'm looking to expand the men's collection because I don't see a lot of things that are uplifting for men, like statement T-shirts. So I'm looking to expand that,
Okay.
and then I will also have a few T-shirts from my breast cancer collection out.
Mm.
Yeah. So every year I choose an organization to donate to in honor of people who are survivors of breast cancer.
Whoa.
And this year, my sister-in-law, Mrs. Cheryl McBride, I'm donating for her to Chicks for a Cause. So I'll be
Mm.
having my Together We Thrive bundles out and everything. So yeah, it's going to be a time on Sunday.
Great.
All right. So for folks that are listening, because I'm gonna tell you, like we do this thing with the All Corn State Alumni Association. We have done it in the past called quarter auction.
Okay.
And so we would bring vendors in, and literally, like at an auction, people could buy in for so much money, and then they would bid on items. They bid on purses, they bid on clothes. We had paddles. We had people going around collecting the quarter and literally quarters. So you could they could say an item was 5 quarters, an item was 10 quarters. Now
Oh.
these are 50, 60, $100 purses, but you bidding this is a 7 quarter bid, and people would be running like 3 or 4 paddles, like holding it up. But the idea that most of these were all Black business owners,
Mhm.
and it was the coolest thing because we were getting exposed to vendors and to concepts for ideas that we had, or for items that we had never thought about. But what it became was our annual Christmas shopping,
Oh.
because I just came up and bought my mama a purse at the quarter auction for 7 quarters because I won the bid. Because like with bingo, they would pull the ball for your paddle number, and if they called your paddle, everybody else lost, you won. When I tell you I've got airline cards, the stuff
Wow.
would be so crazy. But the biggest thing was watching people interact with these new vendors and these new faces. And
Mhm.
just like now I'm a regular customer.
That's
One of the
right.
things that Ava said is I have some loyal customers now.
Yes.
People come find me,
Mhm.
before they go to a big box or they look somewhere else. They know that they've done business with me. You bought quality goods from me. You keep
Yes.
shopping with me.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that was the intent, Miss Bentley, when you
Yes,
started
ma'am.
this.
Yes, and even with my oils, because I sell designer inspired oils.
What does that mean?
That means we have the recipe for the actual oil, but for the um, perfume or the cologne,
Okay.
and we use 100% vegetable oil.
Mm.
Okay. And then it smells. That's why I gave you one. I gifted you
I
one.
did get one. I did
And I
get one.
gifted Jermaine
Although
one.
Jermaine
And
told me I
Jermaine-
gotta take a shower first and be wet, and then rub it in.
You
while it's wet.
understand me?
You like
That's
put a
the,
little
All of this
Vaseline on
that's
it,
the
the whole
turn off.
baby
Seems like the whole
oil.
Yeah.
tone, and it sounds very adult
Yeah.
up in here.
see, because you gotta say it like you gotta take a shower. And then you put the oil in.
You know
You
what?
understand me?
You and Miss Allure.
I'm just saying.
I'm not messing with y'all. I'm not
So
messing
that's
with y'all.
that's the purpose of the oils is they smell really good. I don't have a brick and mortar. I'm not online, but when they smell it, I give them my phone number, and I do have loyal customers.
I'm gonna just tell you, I was in DC. I went to Bill Pickett's rodeo in DC, and they had vendors outside in the main hallway, while people in here watching these black cowboys and black cowgirls. And there was this woman who did some fragrances for your home, but she did them where there were rocks, and then you could pour the stuff on the rocks.
Mm.
And so like when you walk past her vendor space, you had to stop because it was
Smell.
intoxicating.
Mhm.
And so then she was like, well, tell me what you like. So I told her, she got the mixing. I felt like I was down in New Orleans in a voodoo kitchen in the back. She was mixing stuff. She was like, I said, she gonna put a chicken foot out any minute. Any minute. She gonna put a chicken foot out. I'm telling you, she was getting down. And she was an old lady, hair all wild, had her apron on. She was getting down. But so I bought the oil from her and it smells so good. I ordered from that lady to this day.
Really?
I ordered from her to this day.
It's-
And just pouring it over the rocks. After a while, the
Mhm.
rocks dry out. I just re-up, got it in my
Mhm.
bedroom. The smell is just, oh my God. Like it puts me to sleep. You
Yeah.
know, I think it helps me at night when I sleep, when I can find 2 hours to do that.
Mhm.
So I love the concepts of what you are doing and
And
that
let-
you got these folks at the table.
Can I add something?
Yes,
to that?
please.
What she did was blending. And
Okay,
that's
it
what
wasn't
you do.
voodoo.
No,
Okay.
no. No, ma'am. Not that I know of.
Okay.
So what you do is what I've learned or what I'm learning how to do is create or get one bottle of oil, smell it, and see if they blend together.
Okay.
Mix them together.
Okay.
And
Yeah, and so like very unique scents coming
Correct.
about as a result of
Correct.
this. And so
Mhm.
I'm saying all of this to say, for listeners, if you have I started my Christmas shopping in August, and I actually started late because I usually shop all year. Because
That's great.
yeah, I do. I shop all year because I mean, you just never know when you're gonna see the perfect gift.
That's
And
true.
so, like wherever I am, I'm like, I know Jay like this, Jermaine likes this. I'll pick it up, throw it in the closet, keep on moving.
That's
And so
great.
I started late this year, but I look for these unique opportunities to deal with
Mhm.
vendors. Number one, because I wholeheartedly believe in supporting Black business, but I may see things because I can't stand having on stuff that everybody else have on.
Okay.
And I like being
Absolutely.
able, to surprise people. And I want thought to be in what I do.
Yeah.
So here's an
Mhm.
opportunity for folks to even do some early Christmas shopping
That's right.
with you all
Mhm.
on Sunday. So tell
Mhm.
people, like, is it a cost to get in? How does this work? What time are you going to be doing this?
There's no cost to get in. The hours are Sunday between 1 and 5. The address is 231 East Buffalo.
Okay.
And then there's parking directly across the street. You'll
Okay.
see a sign that says that there's a lot and that you can be told, but they're not there on Sunday. They
Okay.
don't do any patrolling around. So the parking is free.
And the name of the venue is Rain.
Rain, REIGN.
Okay.
Yes. Rain event.
Rain
Mhm.
Event Center.
Mhm.
And
Right.
1 to 5.
Yes.
And no
Mhm.
admission fee.
No admission. I have those who are, on a healthy kick. I
Mhm.
have Delta Boy CMOS.
Okay.
He's amazing
Mm.
with his CMOS and his elderberry.
I keep saying I'm going to try that. And then I'll be like,
Oh,
It's
"Ah."
actually
yeah.
good.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
actually good.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then I have Star Brazil. She made this planner. She has her own line.
Work,
She-
plan, focus. I like
yeah,
that.
she's really good. She does business cards. She does wedding announcements. She has her own line coming out with Proud Black Woman or Proud Black
Oh, you
Black
saying
Girl.
you speaking my
So-
language.
Oh, it's the hoodie is and it's soft. I have one.
Okay.
It's great.
Okay.
I also have Dear Florence sweets. You see my stomach? That's why I didn't want to be on. That's why I didn't want to. Her German chocolate cake is so good.
Really?
Yeah, and then she does the homemade smoothies there.
Mm.
The juice.
So I can eat and shop?
Yes.
Okay, it's getting better by the
Oh,
minute.
and then we're gonna have Jay. He's he has an award for the best chicken in.
Oh, I'm coming.
Yes.
What
uh-huh.
time
Oh.
we going?
I beat it about
After church?
Yeah, so
Yes,
and
after
finish-
church.
Yeah,
Come.
so probably about like 2:30.
2:30?
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
So we're gonna need to have some stuff held back though. 'cause,
Yeah, man, I need that bird to be
people will
seasoned.
come.
all the way.
People will come
Okay.
buy up our stuff.
I'm trying to-
My dress, a new outfit, and my new T-shirt will be gone. And
trying
that's
to tell you.
you getting me there at 2:30.
Yeah.
That might be a little late. I'm gonna have to go without you.
So-
I'll meet you there.
So, is there anything for like for
for men, just
for-
gonna say it.
Oh,
nice
yeah.
young, you
I have
understand me?
chills.
Besides food,
Nice young, you understand me?
besides food,
If you like comfortable clothes, I have this guy. He has his own line, Chill Sweats.
Okay,
I've seen
They
that.
are chill.
really?
No,
Oh
I've
man, the
seen
guy
Chill
is
Sweats.
amazing. Yes.
I have
Really
seen
good.
his gear because now
Uh-huh.
that I know I've seen because
Okay.
I asked somebody about it and it's fly.
It's
Yeah, I'm about to check
fly.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to check it.
And
too.
Yeah,
then-
his
and
style
then-
is fly, just everything. Yes.
Okay, so we do have something for men.
Yes.
And then Jermaine, you can spend your money on me.
See, there you go. There you go. You see?
And
There
me.
you win your player.
You
Get a
know,
chance to get played on.
You
You
can go
understand me?
holler at Allure and find me some over there.
Allure.
And then you
There you
can get me some coordinating custom jewelry or earrings or my t-shirt.
So what I
Because
get
I'm a
thank
statement
you.
kind of chick.
So what I get a thank you.
Yeah, what?
What I get a thank you.
Of course, bro. You
And some
got
seasoned
all of
chicken.
that coming.
See,
I'm gonna go buy you some
CP,
chicken.
I need you to stay with me, player. They double teaming me, man.
And then-
It's 4 women,
And
man.
then we gonna take you home and you gonna wet down with the shower.
And put the baby
we
oil
gonna, baby, we gonna
on.
oil you up.
Oil me down.
Again, this has turned into an adult show. And
Sign me
so
up.
we should be able to buy something from everybody.
Oh yeah.
I like that idea.
Yes.
Well, you know what? I just want to tell you how much, and ladies, thank you so much for joining us. We got to be able to do more to hear about these businesses.
Okay.
I welcome, and look, sisters, I'm gonna tell you, welcome the opportunity for y'all to call me up too, because people, there are vendors that are out of state that I follow around the country.
Okay.
And
Mhm.
I'm on their email list. They let me know we in Chicago, we here. I will drive over. Or if they in
Oh,
Atlanta,
that's
I will
great.
send my son, go to so-and-so. She got my bag ready. Just go pick it up.
Okay.
So whenever you guys are doing something, the door is open. Please feel
Yay.
free
Thank you.
to let the community know. If you do any more pop-ups definitely before Christmas, and
Oh,
people can
yes.
figure out, I want to buy some things and I want to support Black business at the same time, let me know. Please
Okay.
let me know. I'll make sure
I
our listeners
will.
know, and I'll make sure I come
Sounds like
spend
a
some money.
plan.
Thank you.
That sounds like a
Ladies on the phone, thank you so much to you,
plan.
Rachel,
Thank you.
Torrance,
you.
and Miss Ava Morris, and then Miss Bentley with
Yes.
the boss hat on. We appreciate you, sis.
Thank
Thank you for
you so
flagging
much.
this opportunity for us. Community, if you got time on Sunday, consider going through and looking to see what you can find. Again, maybe an early Christmas gift, birthday gift. Well, we got Sweetest Day coming up. Is something coming up?
Sweetest day.
Sweetest Day. Today is
Is who?
Boyfriend's Day? It is not.
Wait a minute.
Today's
Wait a
Auntie
minute.
Day.
Let me
Today,
look.
they boyfriend. So when is side gigolo day? Part-time gigolo. When is part-time gigolo day?
Oh my God, Carmi is right. October 3rd is Boyfriend's Day.
So that means
How
tomorrow.
is that different from Valentine's Day? Go get your
So that means
boyfriend
tomorrow
something.
is gigolo day.
It don't-
Hey man, I need my phone to ring tomorrow.
You know what?
I have a,
Ava,
Uh-huh.
my phone
Rachel.
better ring.
I need y'all to come save me, please.
Part-time gigolo.
Oh, Rachel, Ava, I don't know. Ava, are you married?
I am.
Well, dang, can't nobody help me.
Hey, listen, if you got any nieces or cousins that say I'm a part-time gigolo from 5 to 8.
No
You know, I'm a
way.
part-time
You so
gigolo.
embarrassing.
But after 8,
You so embarrassing.
but after 8, man, I'm with Jesus.
We
After
got
8. You gotta catch me sitting between 5 and 8.
this how you act. This how you act when company come. Ladies,
I always get kicked out.
we really do better home training over here. We really do. Thank y'all for y'all patience.
Gigolo.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. I look forward to running through on Saturday. I will make time to get by.
Okay.
And I look forward to meeting y'all. And I hope y'all do well. Community, let's support these businesses.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, y'all, that's my show for the day because I'm sick of tonight. I gotta go. I need some Advil, some Tylenol.
I'm finna go rub myself down with this. Smells good and stand in the mirror just look at myself.
See, if you was good, you would have had it ready. Let me rub it out. You would have had it
Part-time
ready.
gigolo.
No, that's not a song.
Yes, it is.
But
H-time.
gigolos get lonely too.
I like that, but
I'm
I
just
like the
saying.
part-time
The
gigolo.
part-time gigolo was so rough.
Yes, I'm a rough, tough hood cat. You better rock.
Say goodbye. Sign off. Go home.
Caroccio.
Go home.
Caroccio is now adopting baby dolphins.
Go home.
All right, I'm out of here.
Family, we'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace. Oh my God.